Greetings, everybody. It's me, Aaron Kosharsky. I'm back for another video. Normally today would be a Monday show, but in the wake of everything that's been going on, I figured this would be way more important of a video to make. So a few days ago, there was a singer from The Voice. Her name was Christina Grimmie. I used to watch, actually I still watch, those are actually my favorite shows to watch, singing auditions like The Voice, X Factor, American Idol, America's Got Talent. I pretty much watch all those. If you know me personally, that's what I do. In my spare time when I'm in the store back here doing absolutely nothing, I'm watching the new season of America's Got Talent. It's awesome that Simon's back, because he's the creator of the show. And it wouldn't be America's Got Talent without him being on at least one season. He always does the Britain version. Anyway, she did a concert in Orlando, and most of you probably already know this, but after the concert, some random fan, actually from St. Petersburg, right where I live, he's in our area, he shot her, and then when her brother tried to tackle him, he ended up shooting himself. And then either the very next day or the day after that, they had the whole nightclub incident in Orlando where 50 people were killed or whatever. And so there's been a lot of drama and a lot of crazy stuff happening in my part of the world. They're saying that the Orlando last weekend was one of the most the most people that died in like a small area of amount of time. And it angers me and saddens me and upsets me because, like, for instance, with the singer, she was only 22 years old. She was just starting her career out. 3 years ago, she sang Wrecking Ball, and she ended up coming in third place. And she was also an avid game collector and fan too, as well. Her YouTube account name was actually Zelda X Love 64. So if that doesn't mean that she wasn't a huge gamer girl, then I don't know. I don't believe it's right when stuff like that happens, but and then with the nightclub. See, I try to leave like my own beliefs and my own personal religion and my own personal stuff out of things because I don't like when there's confrontation, and religion and politics tend to make people choose sides. Like for instance, with the nightclub thing, he believed a certain way, and he's thought because they didn't believe the same way that he believed that they didn't deserve to live anymore. And I don't believe that. If you have a difference of an opinion from somebody else, then that's it. You have a difference of an opinion. It does not give you the right to go and end somebody's life because you don't believe the same exact way that they believe, or they don't believe the way you believe. You can't force people to believe what you believe. You can't force people to watch your videos you put up. You can't force people to do something that they don't want to do. That's the whole point of free will. And, America's supposed to be the land of the free. So, we're supposed to be able to believe and think, as long as we're not overstepping a boundary. Like, obviously, you can't just go around running and killing people, obviously. But you're allowed to have your own difference of an opinion. Like, every video, I put up a video. And 8 out of every 10 comments are "go kill yourself," or they're negative, or they're mean. Luckily I can handle it. There's been a lot of YouTubers like Jew Wario and a few others where they just ended their own lives because of the bullies and the trolls, and they just couldn't take it anymore. But like when I posted the Bob and Clem video, it got like 20 likes and like 150 dislikes. And everybody's like, "Screw yourself." But what it really boils down to is you could be a mean, nasty troll and just leave negative comments and just always hit that dislike, dislike, dislike. But at the end of the day, does that actually make you a better person? You could have millions of followers. You could be performing a concert in Orlando, and a random crazy fan could just run up and you're done. It's really it's really mind blowing and eye opening or jaw dropping, whatever you want to say, when something like this happens, because it can happen to anybody. It doesn't matter if you have millions of dollars or if you're homeless. You know, you could be a millionaire, or you could just be going to a club for the night. Some guy walks in there and says, "Hey, I don't believe what you guys believe. You all die." You know, that's not how this was. That's not how this was supposed to work. That's not how life. You know, it's not supposed to be. People are afraid. People are afraid to walk out the front door because they have to look over their shoulder, like who's going to come after them next? Who's gonna steal my collection, or whatever? You know, you shouldn't have to live in a world where everybody fears everybody else just because they don't know what's going to happen. They don't know what's coming around the corner. You know, I remember when 9/11 happened. I was at my school. I went to Dixie Hollins. I was in ninth or 10th grade. I forget which. I think it was ninth. And Mr. Callahan was my teacher. It was American government, coincidentally, and he was actually in one of the branches of the Army, Navy, or whatever. So I mean, he was really upset that day. He turned the TV on, and we watched it unfold. And I sat there thinking to myself, why would one person, or a few people from somewhere else in the world, have that much hate in their heart to want to, come over here and just crash planes and stuff? It's not. It's The world we live in is not a nice place anymore. I mean, it used to be back in the day that people, when my dad was growing up, his mother never locked the door at the house in like the 60s, 70s, 80s, whatever. They never had to lock the doors. They weren't worried about how many people were on the road. My dad's brother used to, when he would make a turn out onto a road, he wouldn't look left, he wouldn't look right, he wouldn't do none of that. There was no cars on the road. There wasn't as many people back then. People often ask me, why do you still make videos? Why do you make a Bob and Clem when it gets that much hate? You know they're gonna hate you. Why do you make a singing video or a rapping video? Why do you do all this stuff? You're gonna get negative comments. And at the end of the day, I mean, I take the comments into consideration, but what it boils down to at the end of the day is either you're going to sell out and make everybody else happy, or you're going to do what you personally feel that you love to do, and you're going to make yourself happy. Because, yeah, everybody else will be like, oh, man, I don't like this, whatever. But at the end of the day, this is it, right now. You live like 60, 80, maybe 90 years, and you have to do what you can while you can, because you're not going to be young forever. So do something you enjoy doing. If other people don't like it, well, screw them. I mean, I make videos all the time and get hate, negatives. Doesn't bother me. I'm just going to continue on with my goal. My goal is to make this store a successful store, and potentially maybe even a chain in the future. Who knows? I'll start with one store, and I'm not gonna pull my mother or Josh. I'm not gonna expand, until I'm ready to expand. But all these events this weekend, it's just crazy. When I first heard that there was a shooting in Orlando, my first thought was, oh no, they got Mickey. Because I mean, Disney World, that's the entertainment capital of the world. Is Orlando, and there's tons of nightclubs and bars and all kinds of things. It scares me to some degree. I was actually talking to Scott about it yesterday. I'm like, Scott, have you ever had that one crazy fan, And he said that at one of the Retropaloozas he went to, there was a fan that was just standing around his booth the entire time, creepily, But I mean, it can happen to anybody. I mean, I get hate mail on a daily basis. People are like, oh, you need to go die, all this stuff. I don't pay any attention. There's serious fans that are genuinely interested in the content I put up, and then there's people that are just trying to troll me. And a lot of the trolls, I've even met some of the trolls in person, and they were totally different in person. It's like they just go there, they just want to dislike, they just want to make somebody feel bad about their life, because maybe something's going wrong in their life, and they're upset about that, and they take it out on somebody else. I've had that happen several times. Sometimes Laurel will get mad at something, Like, say Josh will piss her off, and then she'll be mad at me for the entire day because of something somebody else did. I don't believe that if shady character leaves a negative comment and pisses me off, I'm not gonna go and then be like, screw all you, screw all, if one person makes you mad, then you talk it out with that one person. That's just the way I was raised. That you treat others the way you want to be treated, and if somebody's mean to you, you're not supposed to do the eye for an eye or whatever. You got to remain humble and kind, and even through all the hate, and like the other day when I was doing that live stream, obviously Connor was way over the line, but have a talk with them, tell them, hey, don't do that anymore, or something. But people are going to do what they're going to do because that's who they are. Some people you just cannot change. But yeah, so wow. The worst part is the guy that got Christina Grimmie. He was from St. Pete. Josh says that he looks familiar, like he's seen him before around town because we live in St. Pete. That's exactly where we live. It's just horrible. I guess that's really all I wanted to say. I was just ranting about it because I feel deeply about stuff like that, especially getting picked on. I don't believe in people getting picked on. I've been picked on elementary school, middle school, parts of high school. I mean, high school, a lot of the kids matured past the whole bullying stage, but I was like always the one that they picked on. There was actually one kid in middle school. We were in a PE class, and nobody would ever guard me because like, oh, Aaron's the worst player on the field. Let's just not even bother guarding him. So his name was John Stiles. So he got in the huddle. He's like, here's what's gonna happen. Everybody's gonna play short, like you're gonna get the pass, and then Aaron, you're gonna go deep. And I'm like, wait, why am I going deep? I can't catch for crap. And he's like, yeah, but nobody's gonna guard you. So if by some miracle you do catch this ball, we're getting a touchdown. Sure enough, I caught the ball and it was a touchdown. Everybody was happy. We won the game, and I couldn't believe it because I can catch to some extent. I'm not like the worst player in the world, but as far as back then, I was not that good. But so yeah, opinions. What do you guys think about what happened over the weekend? What's your opinions? Like I said, you guys all have your opinions. You're gonna comment no matter what. I could sit here and tell you guys, please don't leave negative comments. I don't like them. Laurel doesn't like them. Don't make fun of Laurel. But at the end of the day, you guys are entitled to your own opinions, and you're gonna do what you're gonna do, anyways. So you watch. So as long as you guys watch, I really don't care if I get likes or dislikes. I would prefer to get likes over dislikes. I would prefer to have better stats, better views, all that stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm not really here for the money. I literally make like $50 a month, and that's really nothing. I'm not here for the money. I'm here to post videos. I've been doing videos on YouTube way before the whole game related stuff was up there. I was doing Bob and Clam and music videos and competitions. So yeah, next time you leave a comment, just think about what you're putting down and how it's going to affect the person on the other side, because we're only here for so long. Just please try to be nice. This was Aaron Kosharsky saying goodbye, everyone.